Grizz Nation, it's time to send Ja, Jaren, and Dez to the 2025 All-Star Game.
Oh! What did we just see, partner?
Take three! Take three!
Bane for three. Bingo!
This man Bane
Heating it up.
Blocked by Jaren.
most versatile power forward in the game today.
Head to NBA.com/vote, the NBA app, or simply use the QR code on the screen to send your Grizzlies to the All-Star Game today.
Our fans have a huge impact on our ability to play to the level that we're striving for.
Drop off, Durant. Oh! Well, you wanted home crowd involvement.
I love those moments where you see our guys engaging in the fans, and the fans just get pumped up.
They are standing in FedEx Forum.
I would hate to be on the other side with the opposition when FedEx Forum's rolling. That's such an unbelievable relationship that our group has with our fans.
Anticipate each challenge, make a quick response, capitalize on every opportunity, and win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Dusty May was at Florida Atlantic last year. Tonight you'll watch him coach at Michigan. So why do I care if a football player decides to leave one place where he's making whatever money to go somewhere where he's making even more? It's what most coaches do every year. So I cannot stand it, and I mean can't stand it when the coaches sit up there and act like these young people are doing something wrong.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Ring in the new year at Southland Casino Hotel to win your share of over $100,000 in free play, cash, or a 2025 Lexus. On New Year's Eve, we're turning up the energy with incredible entertainment. Dance the night away to the beats of DJ Epic, Jerome Chisholm and the M-Town Band, and an electrifying performance from Troy Laz. There's only one place to win when the clock strikes midnight, Southland Casino Hotel.
Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700. Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
I can't wait to see what your number one. If that's your number two.
Number one for me.
Come on, man.
I listen to the Bells of Luther Vandross. I love Luther Vandross's Christmas album.
I gotta go back and listen to that one, man. I'm sure I've heard it.
I listened to the Bells and they made me remember. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Go! It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon. Oh, welcome. It is the Friday, January 10th, 2025 edition of the show. Special show today. I'm at home. Devin's at home. Roser's at the studio. We have been snowed in Memphis, Tennessee, as it is still coming down right now. It's a snow day. And at least we don't have to see each other's grumpy faces because we were all at the Grizzlies versus the Rockets last night at FedEx Forum. Did not go the Grizzlies' way. We will get to that. We will get to the national championship playoffs, which has seen Notre Dame punch their ticket to playing in the title game with another huge game that is going on tonight. We'll get to all the news and notes today. We'll get you ready for the weekend ahead. It's a Friday. Hopefully everybody is staying warm and safe indoors. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, different day than most as we have been snowed in. The Grizzlies took a loss last night to the Houston Rockets. We will start with that. Also, college football playoff getting back underway tonight after an epic game last night. And we'll get to all of it. Before I get to anything, I'll welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cleveland Ranger. Body Spray Bandit. Senior Sack, Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat. The Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Netcarb, John Lance. He's John Quadrant. He's Dr. Thunder. He's Yogi Roser.
I'm John Snowser today.
John Snowser.
I got out in the Snowser today.
Devin Walker's here. He is the microphone mangler, Sonora Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe. The reporter, the photographer, Easter Hess. He's Walker 93.
Yo, how y'all feeling, bro? You see what I got on today, bro? You know how we coming today.
Well,
OHIO. But first, we got to talk about the game.
Over on this side, it's BEVO.
You have a Bevo stuffed animal? Did you get a build a Bevo?
No. So and look, my Texas jerseys are downtown because they're with the collection of jerseys that might be used if my buddy Vinny Vernon needs to use them. And so I think there's a old
there's
Sam Ellinger,
yeah,
and then there's an Earl Campbell.
Shout out Earl Campbell.
I couldn't find him anywhere, so I had to wear my buddy George Burge, who's a country singer. He has a Longhorn shirt for his gear, for his merchandise. So it was the closest thing I could find. And this is not actually a Bevo. This is the I don't want to say a mascot, but it's like, I don't know, like the emblem for Purcell Farms, where I went in the fall in Alabama. It's like the golf place. They got the great golf course and whatever else, but they sell these, and so my daughter bought this, little Longhorn for Purcell Farms because
it's like a bull. It's a bull.
Yeah,
it looks like a bull. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Speaking of bull,
okay, look, we dodged the snow last night. So we were in the spirit of full disclosure. Last night before we went to bed, Devin's texted us and it's like, it is coming down hard here. Now he's down in Mississippi, right down by Landers. And then I said, there's nothing happening where I live. Roser said there's nothing happening downtown. And so he said it's coming. By the time I went to bed, there was no snow around. Woke up this morning, there's snow literally everywhere. It's a winter wonderland of sorts. But, I mean, look, we were testing it last night because we went to a basketball game. I mean, as if Roser has not bitched about this enough. 71 free throws. Look, this might a non-overtime game. We went on the air for the post game at 9:46. 9:46 is when the post game show began, and that is no walk-off interviews because you only do walk-off interviews in the wins, right? So no walk-off interviews. I mean, it's unfathomable how long these games are taking, I swear. But look, I'm going to say the same thing I've been saying. We can come in here, we can bitch about how there's no flow to these games and these games play too much dead ball basketball. That's not what the Grizzlies excel at. But it's like, bro, you can't do that just every time you lose, right? And whether it's the Clippers, whether it's Dallas, whether it's last night against Houston, yes, you are having to play a lot of dead ball basketball. Yes, I absolutely. This is not because they lost. We fair is fair. We hate this. We hate the amount of free throws. We hate the length of these games. Like, please, God, let them start to do what they did last year, which was let things go. The bumps go. Because if you want to call fouls on every friggin' play, you can call fouls on every play. And we've run into a lot of games where they just call fouls on every play. The truth is, last night, if Houston could make free throws, they would have run the Grizzlies out of the gym, right? We can get into all the minutia. We can get into all the end game stuff and everything else. They couldn't make free throws. They couldn't make their shots from the free throw line, or else they would have run the Grizzlies out of the gym. But they looked tougher. They looked more athletic. And they also looked way more ready to start that game last night. And that
I mean, that's a great still shot right there.
I thought it was me, bro. I thought it was me.
No, you're here, Dev. We got you. You got good internet, Dev. You got that good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, what's this man just froze, bro?
Well, he was talking about how the Grizzlies started the game last night, and it's been a way too familiar thing, man.
No, the thing is, like, bro, that team beat your ass last time, bro. Why did you not come out of the locker room ready to hoop? You know what I'm saying?
They beat you. That was the second game of the year when they played Houston, and they outscored us like 39-18 in the third quarter. It was like we were up like 5, I think, at halftime maybe, and then they just whooped us. And you told me that there were a couple guys, maybe a guy or two on this team, that they said they had targeted this game. Like, this game was circled. This game was circled, Dev. And they came out like that. They came out like that. They gave up 45 points.
That's the part I was like mad about. It's like, yo, you know how important this game is. You know, people have this game circled. You know, this team ran off on you in Houston, really kind of bullied you last time, bro. And the game started, and it was like, oh well, 10-2 run, timeout. Oh no, fast break, timeout. Like, bro, what are we doing?
Dude, Taylor called a timeout early in this game, and he snapped off at Jaren. When there was a Şengün drive where he just went right to the basket and nobody came over to help at all, and Şengün laid it in. I mean, Şengün to open the game, him and Jalen Green in that first quarter. Yeah, they scored 29 of their 45 in the first quarter. Şengün had 16 on 6 of 7 in the first quarter, and Taylor called timeout, boom, and he pulled Ja and Jaren like quick in that game. Like, this effort is not going to do it. And
it's like DB set the tone, bro, right? When DB dunked the ball on the first bucket and like shook on the rim, I was like, oh, okay. It's one of them nights.
No,
and we weren't ready for the fight, bro.
No, we're not ready for the fight because they got multiple guys that will fight, that are there for. Whether it's Dylan Brooks, it's Amen Thompson, it's Cam Whitmore, Jalen Green. I'm just talking. These are just the athletes. Like these guys that athletic, man. They are freak athletes, and that doesn't even count. Tari Eason, who they didn't even have, or Jabari Smith Jr. But you're talking about the dogs: Dylan Brooks, Amin Thompson, Jayshawn Tate, Steven Adams. That's 4 guys they play that are just absolute you-know-whats to deal with, man.
Yeah. And you saw last night, bro. Like, last night was a night for the first time in a long time, Rosa. Y'all know I'm usually, like, positive, optimistic guy. Like, let's be upbeat. It's fine, guys. Everything's going to be fine. Bro, I literally stood there. I was so mad. Like, a Grizzlies fan walked to me and said, "Hey, Dev, are you okay?" I was like, "No, bro. No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay tonight." Like, I was like mad when I was driving home last night.
No, man, it was like we cover the team, we're around the team, you saw more than both of us, but like, man, we've been fans of this team for a long time, and it stinks because we don't want to believe that it's like, nah, man, like we've just had some things go wrong, but when we get to full strength and we play these better teams, like we're gonna be good. And we get Ja, and we get Dez, and we get Santi, and we've got Jaren last night, and we've got our guys. And it was early in that game, we were like, oh, crap. Like, they are they are so much more physical than we are, and they are so much more athletic than we are. Why are we not ready to play? We're not ready to play here. And this has been 4 games in a row now. The first quarter has been, ever since that New Year's Eve went, they came out and jumped on Phoenix on that New Year's Eve game. It has been 4 games in a row now where the first quarter has just been rough. They have been down double digits at some point in the first quarter in each of the last 4 games. Sacramento, they gave up like 46 in the first quarter in that one. The Warriors game, they only trailed by 1 after the first quarter, but they were down 12-2 out the. You remember the Warriors game? They were down 12-2 out the gate. Then what was after that? The Mavericks game on Monday, we were down 10 after the first quarter. And then Daniel Gafford got hurt early in the second, and the game kind of flipped after. I don't think that got enough credit. That when Gafford went out in that game, the game really did start to flip in the Grizzlies' favor when Gafford got injured in that Monday game against the Mavericks. And then last night we came out, we gave up 45.
Yeah, it was depressing, bro. Like I said, I want to see the silver linings. Like, yo, maybe when we get a couple more dogs back. Like last night was a night when you want 36 out there, right, Roser?
Yes, you and I both said that. Yeah,
court, bro. Like, you need somebody out there that's gonna be like, yo, F this dog. Like, we finna get this. Like, cause 12's with it, 13's with it. Dez was with it in the second half. First half, he was a disaster.
Yeah,
like, we need some people to be like, yo, this is not happening tonight, bro. And I think Marcus is one of them dudes. I think Vince is one of them dudes too. But like,
I think Vince is too. Vince ain't.
Last night was a night when I was like, man, I would love to have one of them on the court right now.
No, it would. Marcus. I think Marcus would have been. I think Marcus would have been awesome to have last night. Not just for to have one of like those dudes, but I think somebody that. Like, dude, he also has respect of the referees.
Yeah.
Like, he does. Say whatever. Like, Ja got 11 free throws last night. He ended up taking 11 free throws.
It was I feel like they were all in the second half because that first half he was getting bumped a lot. And you could tell he was like.
And you could tell he gets first. And that's a thing with him now. That's a thing.
But the thing is, like, you would think when one of the best players in the league gets bumped, you call a foul, bro.
Yeah.
You don't just, let him go. All right, he's fine. No, bro, he's getting bumped.
Well, I think part of it is he's a prick to the refs, too. Like, he's not exactly, like, trying to get on their good side, like, hey, and be cool with them. Like, he's a jerk to them. Like,
he might do the Tony Allen thing,
like,
bro.
we talked about, like, that's I brought that up with Jessica this morning. I was like, Tony played, like, 15 years in the league and only had 20 techs, and you know how physical that guy played all the time? Like,
exactly. Oh, look
it is
back.
true, like, being physical is like
cheap Wi-Fi's back.
Oh, you back?
Unbelievable. It just shot out. Then I went to my app and it said unplug it and plug it back in. I was like, what do you mean?
Unplug it and
plug it. That's what it said.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
I was like, is there an outage or no? I've been streaming all morning.
Yeah, you did Ringer, right?
I had to do the mismatch this morning. Yeah. So it's been crystal clear all morning. I don't know what happened. Hey, you know what? You know what it was? I guarantee it was on the other end. the powers that be at the Grizzlies, they don't want us talking about this.
Oh,
game
they heard you
They
get
don't
riled
want
up
our
and say,
truth.
nope.
Yeah,
They don't want to hear our truth.
They don't want it.
Oh,
They don't
Chris,
want
I
it.
did. Jacob, if you can, on Chris's chair, I did in honor of you not being here. I did place on your chair the Grizzly for today.
Beat somebody good. I swear to God, if Dylan Brooks would have hit the dagger last night, I would have jumped off the forum.
I mean, they tried twice in a row. They just swung it to him twice. They were trying to get it to him.
Hey, that was the commemorative 2 for 15
It
from
was.
him. Hey, I was like, you know what, man? Thank you for this great reminder of what I lived through.
Hey, but he did set the tone. Though. I was telling Rolly, he set the tone though when he dunked that mud.
I know.
Possession and swung on the rim.
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they with the shit right now. Let's do this.
Yeah, that was look, and obviously, there's a lot of talk about down the stretch and the mistakes that were made, and there's going to be a lot of blame put on Taylor Jenkins. Roser and I, fair is fair. We were sitting there, and I was like, bro, that jump ball that took place under the basket with Kennard, that bailed them out a little bit.
Yeah,
because they couldn't get a stoppage. And I'm like, bro, are they just going to let John Jaren stand at the scorer's table for the last 4 minutes of this game?
Because they got caught with one timeout.
Yeah, because you can't take a timeout because you didn't want to burn your last timeout to get them in the game. And yet, for the first time in the whole damn night, they're playing a bunch of consecutive possessions without a whistle or a stoppage. It was the only time all night where there was going up and down the court, two teams playing basketball. Is the only time it happened is when there's 4.5 minutes left and John Jaren go to the scorer's table. And now they're standing there for a minute and a half as basketball is going on. I'm like, really? Now?
Yeah.
Now the clock's never going to stop. Now there's not going to be any fouls. Now the ball's not getting kicked out of bounds. This is crazy. And look, so I understand that. In the end, Ja got a wide open look. Kennard got the open look from the court. He hit the side of the backboard, bro.
The side of the Paul George.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, he smoked 2 of them. He missed 2 threes.
He did.
You think he had dead legs because he was because they were trying to ISO him at the top of the key so much, bro.
They were.
They were trying to whoever Kennard's guarding, let's try to, you know what I'm saying? So
well, also the thing that made me even madder about him hitting the side of the backboard, it was the one good Desmond Bain pass all night.
Man, my man, dude, he had the one that he caught late in the game in midair. He's in midair, and before he even hit the ground, he threw that ball. It was
horrendous.
He said, "Santi, you're back. I got you." Right to the other team.
He right to the red jersey.
Just right to him. I was like,
here's the thing. Can we jump stop? Why does everybody pass? Only Morant is allowed to leave his feet to pass. That's it. That's the rule. Why do all of you get caught in between before you're making a decision?
They all jump in the air and do a triple axel, and then
it's a crazy. You guys don't have that hang time or vision. I don't understand why everybody is so reckless. There's get to high stakes basketball, i.e., when you're playing the better teams, they make you pay for this. You can't be reckless. You have to treasure possessions. And instead, they're just so reckless with it. I mean, that's why they are that number, you would think, and they keep on talking about, we got to stop turning it over. Right? We got to stop turning it over. And then they're still just so, in the words of Josh Pastner, loosey-goosey with the basketball.
It's dead ball turnovers too, bro. Just throwing the ball out of bounds or just fumbling the ball off my knee. I know Jalen didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. He had 2 of the worst turnovers I've ever seen in a basketball game. He just dropped the ball.
What was the one where him and Jaren were on the side by the Rockets bench?
Yeah.
Dude, it was what are y'all doing?
It feels
they're just ugh.
All right, I'm going to say something.
Okay.
And look.
Oh, no.
As time goes on, it's getting better and better and better, right? Like the offense, and the offense is top 5 in the league, okay? When they don't turn the ball over, the offense works. There's no doubt about it. It does. And honestly, they scored enough points last night to be able to win. There are times where I watch, and you know how one of the things that people have talked about European basketball versus American basketball is the skill level. And I'm talking about the dribble, pass, shoot, right? It feels sometimes like the offense requires a skill level that we don't have top to bottom. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about dribbling.
It's an offense built for European players who can dribble, pass, and shoot.
Yeah.
It is a different way of playing basketball. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different way of playing basketball.
They don't use ball. It's been talked about and documented. They don't use ball screens very much. Like
it is a different style of what if you kind of program yourself for the last 5 years to play one way, it is kind of like a recalibration.
And it's also right like a European style of basketball also has the players required to run that style. That's the kind of basketball they play. It's also the kind of basketball they teach in their academies from a very young age. Like, that is not the type of basketball that American basketball players are growing up learning. And I do think, like, you can think that this is outlandish, but there is a reason Santi Aldama has thrived in this.
He brought up in the Spain in the
right.
Spain. Yep.
And I think this is very not to be ironic about this, but it is very foreign. This way of playing and the way they do play is different. And I think that's why it sometimes when it works, it's amazing, because what you have done is taken American basketball players and gotten them to play this European style. But when it doesn't, it is a mess.
Yeah.
And it works against the bad teams, and it's a mess and doesn't work against the good teams.
Well, no,
I mean, if you don't throw the ball,
not totally.
Don't throw the ball to the other team and it works.
Well, I think last night, I think it's only about the turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers.
If they could figure out how to play this way without turning the ball over I'm not talking not turning it over. I'm talking not turning it over an extreme amount.
Right.
Just being if they were league average in turnovers and points off turnovers, they would be devastating.
Yes.
Devastating. Because look, Roser, even last night, what are their percentages last night? I'm talking field.
Oh, no. They were good. They were good from the field. They were 50% from the field.
I mean, what do you want?
31. The 3-point was not good. 31 from 3. So they're not good from 3.
But I mean, what do you want?
And neither team could make free throws.
You're 50, but their turnovers and their points off turnovers were disgusting. So I'm saying, if you the possessions they finish generate great shots, and they make a high clip of those shots.
Yeah.
It is the getting to the finish of that play. Because look, how many was it? What was the final total on the turnovers?
20-13. They had 30.
Okay.
They scored 30. It was 31-11 points off of them.
Okay, 31. So, bro, that's
31 points
off
turnovers?
No. That's 20. But forget what they scored off it. That's 20 possessions. 20 possessions that you didn't get to shoot. 20 that you didn't get to shoot. And then you also gave up all those points in transition. You gave so many points.
Well, that's what the points off turnovers, it turns in when you have live ball turnovers, you turn into transition. 22-8 in the fast break.
There's times too, though, like I know we mentioned to talk about the offense like being so effective, but sometimes I want Ja to be like, damn, my offense, bro. He did it in the third quarter a little bit. Like, damn, I'm not gonna swing this ball. Let me go get what I need to do. You know what I'm saying?
I said that too, though, Dev. I said that down the stretch last night.
Yeah.
Rose will tell you, I said, just take over. And then he had that drive to the left that was,
Shengun blocked
ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
Sengun
no,
blocked.
that drive had no chance of going in anyway.
But I want a little sprinkle of that though.
That was the only shot they took in the final 3 minutes that was actually like had no chance. The other ones all were good shots. Like they had,
and they missed
all of them.
They
missed all of them.
Did they make a field goal?
No, the Kennard 3 at 324 that made it. So the Kennard 3 at 324 was the last shot they made. That made it 115, 112. Then Ja made 2 out of 3 free throws. It was 115, 114 with 2:49 left, and we missed 5 straight.
Well, and look, there was a lot of those where, Kennard gets the wide open look from the corner and whatever. And how many times have I said this over the years? You've heard me. Your offense works. You get the wide open shot that you want. Ball's in the air. Good coach, bad coach. Good coach, bad coach. Good coach, bad coach. Right? And in the end, the players have to make the plays. Now, did Taylor make crucial errors in judgment down the stretch? Indeed, he did. But I will tell you, if John makes a wide open 3, if Kennard makes either of the 2 wide open 3s, it's a much different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Taylor's getting absolutely mauled on the internet for the way he coached this game last night. And then he went to the press conference, and you could tell he had walked in the locker room and told those guys, that one's on me. That one's on me, because you heard Ja talk about it. You heard Dez talk about it after the game. And I'll let people see this. Taylor Jenkins, easily the shortest he has been by a wide margin at a post-game press conference this year, with every question that was thrown his way. This is what it sounded like last night.
Taylor, for you, what went wrong today?
My decision at the end of the game. Calling timeout.
You've mentioned the turnovers a lot. And again, it was a test against a good team, and you had a lot of them. I guess, what do you attribute that to?
We got to improve. We play them in 4 days, so we got to learn pretty quick.
Taylor, the message to the team. I mean, obviously, this is going to be a team you said you're going to see in another couple of days. What are the takeaways from this game?
We just got to be better. I got to be better.
Going back to that last timeout, how do you, in a situation like that, how do you balance knowing what your team is capable of in a situation like that and making the decision to call a timeout instead of a play?
Yeah, I'll learn from it. I made a mistake.
Taylor, you talk up the back here, you talk about the turnovers needing to be better and improving on those. How do you actually go about making sure that happens in future games?
Work.
What kind of work does that include?
On court, film, everything.
From a rotation standpoint, when you go into the fourth quarter, Houston's kind of leaning on their starters a little bit more. Why did you stick to your normal rotation patterns? It felt like, instead of going with Ja and Jaren a little bit more.
Yeah, guys coming back from injury, trying to find a rhythm, trying to find a spark from other guys. I'll evaluate it.
Was that a British accent?
No,
Australian. She works at
Local 24.
Yeah, Local 24. She's Australian.
She tried to get him to expand.
She tried to.
Yeah.
She tried.
She
Shout
tried to.
out her.
Though Taylor Jenkins' press conferences usually last like 15 minutes after games, man, because he will talk.
All right. Look, yeah, there's obviously a guy that is beating himself up badly for what took place down the stretch. Now, look, Bain making the 3 after the call timeout made it infinitely worse.
Yes.
Infinitely worse. But look, that was a bad job. It's a bad job because, look, I know you're not thinking it all through in the moment, right? You're caught up and you're thinking, all right, we're down 3. I'm going to draw up a play to get us a 3, right? But that is the job. The job is to take into consideration. If I take a timeout here, that is my last timeout, but you're not thinking it through to the fact that they are not going to let you get said 3-point shot off. You ain't got dummies there on the other sideline, right? So now if you think about that, now you know they're not going to let you get that shot. They're not going to let you get that shot off. And now no matter what, you're having to play. You're either doing a missed free throw or you're playing the foul game at the end, and you've used your last time out, so you're not going to be able to advance it anyway. Even if you get the desired outcome, you're not going to be able to advance it. I mean, if you're them, you could just throw it off the rim, and it's like it's a heave at best because it's 3 seconds left in the game. And so it just wasn't thought through. It wasn't.
You even saw when Dez shot it. Like I saw like a wide camera view of it.
Yep.
When Dez shot it, the whole team was like Ja, Jared, they all reacted like, ah, you know what I'm saying? So like you could tell like Taylor was like, yo, that was on me, bro. And I mean, I appreciate him taking kind of onus on it, but like you said, you got to get back up and play this team in 4 days, bro. You can't soak too much.
Well, and the other thing is, it was one of those moments last night where the team gets used to playing different ways, most of which have been through Jaren. He's the one that you've been able to, night in, night out, you've been able to count on Jaren Jackson Jr. being there. That last night was his 36th consecutive game. And one of the things that I talked about yesterday on the show was you've only had 199 minutes of the 3 best guys together going into last night. That is a ridiculously low amount of minutes. But the reason it's more important than just saying on the surface, hey, yeah, it's best to have your best players, it's also the way you play and being in those kind of situations, right? Like the great part about, like, during the core 4, you knew exactly what you were doing, right? There were a couple of different things, right? It was a Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, high pick and roll. It was a turn 4 down to Zach. Like, you had a couple of bread and butter things that you go to. Okay, here's down the stretch. We need a bucket, right? And that's what all of the great teams have. And in the absence of getting to play together, like, they need these guys on the court together. They need these guys on the court together against good teams, getting reps in pressure situations, because I mean, we've seen it a couple times this year where they just can't get a basket.
Where they don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do. Yeah, because it's real easy when Ja's not in the mix, because the answer is we throw the ball to Jaren Jackson Jr. It's real easy when they load up on Jaren, then it's Desmond Bane's turn. But now when Ja's in the mix, it's like, okay, what's the thing we're going to beyond the whole, hey, somebody set a high screen for Ja Morant, because that's not how you play the entire rest of the game.
I think they should do it the way they do it when the two are not out. Let's go through Jaren.
Yep.
Why not play through Jaren? Like, why not feed the post and work from there? Because every time Jaren got the ball, whether it was a double team, he was finding the open man or he's scoring.
He missed He missed the bunny down the stretch last night. Yeah. But it's a shot we would take 1,000 out of 1,000 times.
I'm 100%. With you 100%, Dev. They should play through Jaren in crunch time. They need to play through Jaren. They need to play through him.
Because he's the one that's the constant, the always one that's there, right? He's the one that's going through it every single night. Give him the ball, okay, maybe 2 possessions, you don't get it off to go Ja, go score.
Also, we watched last night, and what do? We evaluated through the prism of, as we have when they've played the good teams. How many, when everybody talks about, hey, we just need our guys to get healthy. No, we need better players, okay? Because in order to compete on the highest level, especially when everybody's game planning against you, I was so happy how great Santi was in spurts last night, especially for a guy that's just coming off of injury, right? But if we're moving Santi into we think we could trust him in a playoff series, and we've certainly been on the fence of that, right? Like Ja, Jaren, Dez, and Clark's in that mix.
You can trust BC. BC's won a playoff series for us.
And Smart would be in that mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's nobody after that you're putting your head on a guillotine. I trust them over the course of a 7-game series that they're going to be able to come through against hard-nosed defense and good teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You got
we
5
just don't
guys.
know, because you've got a lot of young guys and a lot of unproven. I mean, look, I don't want to bust them up because I love Luke Kennard. Bro, that's the job. That's why you're there. That's what Max Strus hits. That's what Duncan Robinson hits. That's the gig.
Yep.
We saw it the night before.
You're wide open.
Saw
You
the night
can't hit
before.
the side of the backboard.
Yeah.
Bro, what is that? I can't even rebound that. You know?
The cleaning boys are rebounding that shot.
Yeah.
Bro.
What was that?
The cleaning boys are rebounding the side backboard.
I
shot.
mean, that's just moment. It's moment, bro. You can watch Luke Kennard make 1,000 3-pointers in a row. 1,000. He gets a wide open, buck naked one that really matters, and he hits a side of the backboard. That's moment.
Hey, I think it's to his legs, bro. He dead leg. He having to guard these shitty Houston guards, bro. These Fred VanVleets, they put them in the island at the top. Go.
Okay, that's if he shot it short. He shot it to the side.
Hey, it messed up your brain, bro. If your legs are dead. You've had dead legs before.
Come on, bro.
You had dead legs, like, bro. They told
The only person that had a chance to catch that rebound was Yuki.
Not at all, boy, Yuki, man. Hey, I gotta figure out where Jaren got that sweatshirt from too. I gotta talk to him about that.
I sent it to y'all.
No, those are all just those are internet vultures.
Yeah. Oh, the internet vultures.
Yeah.
bro,
we know Jaren got it. Like,
On
yeah.
the
You
fly.
send us these porn links, bro. We ain't clicking
Yeah,
them.
Jaron
We're
got.
not anything you send us, I fear I'm gonna get a virus.
You're afraid. You're afraid of clicking it. Somebody sent that to me on Twitter, but
Not on my computer in real life.
no,
Yeah,
in real life you're gonna get a real life virus.
Yeah, I ain't clicking that, bro. I am not clicking anything you send me, bro. But no, we got to figure out, like you said, Vernon, like how to get these three dudes going at the same accord against good teams. Because like even Bain seems like I'm back, so I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like the first half, he didn't take a shot, right?
Why?
Exactly.
I mean,
shoot the ball. Shoot the ball, bro.
you're Desmond Bain.
You're Desmond Bain. Shoot
John
the
Moran
rock.
John Moran hasn't been playing either. He shot the ball.
Shoot the ball.
I mean,
it's like, bro, don't try to fit in, bro. You 22, 12, and 13. Shoot the ball. Everybody else figure it out.
Yep.
You need to get the rebound.
Hey, Şengün only had a 1.1 rebound in that fourth quarter, but my
Boy.
God, did he go to work the first three?
Okay, let's do it. We do this a couple times a year. 100 times out of 100 times, how many times would Alperen Şengün score on Jay Huff?
100.
Oh, Jay Huff?
Yeah.
Oh, 100.
Because we saw that last night for a
Bro,
little
he
bit.
Had Jay Huff in hell, bro.
Yeah, he did. He had our guy Huff in hell.
He reminded me, you know what? Everybody always talks about Baby Jokic or whatever. He reminded me more of Sabonis last night.
Yeah.
Right? The way Sabonis is just like
strong
he
as
just
hell.
Clears you out.
Yeah, it's just strong. Yeah.
And then when he moves you,
he gets you low. He gets that low. Yeah, he gets that low position, and next thing you know, you're a foot away from him somehow, and that's because he's cleared your ass out.
Hey, then when he clear you out and you try to close the distance, pump fake, footwork, layup.
The other thing is that's the kind of game. That is the kind of game I need Edie to be useful in.
He was getting barbecue fillet too.
I just need him to be. I mean, I need him to be useful.
Yeah.
And maybe, I mean, look, they got to try to post him up some. Dude, if you don't post him up, he's useless. I don't care that he made a 3-point shot.
Yeah, I'm with you. You need get him going. Like get him going.
Yeah. Whether you've got to create, you've either got to post him up to get him in the mix, and that means throw the ball to him early in the game to get him
engaged. Yeah,
we talk about the big man. We talk about big man all the time, bro. Throw him the first couple possessions. Just throw him the rock.
Especially because he's a guy who's like the back-to-back National Player of the Year. He is used to getting the ball all the time, and to go from that to then not touching it at all, it's like
he's running wind sprints.
You're asking a guy to run up and down, and then what you end up with is a bunch of nothing and some fouls.
He's running wind sprints up and down the court, bro.
I know.
Hey,
but I mean, one shot.
One shot. What's
that was the three he made is the only shot he took the whole game.
That's crazy.
It's the only time I can remember him touching the ball too.
Oh no, for real, dead ass.
I don't remember him touching the ball.
He had like a post up where he tried to do a move and he kicked it out.
Okay.
So they've used that theory, honestly, more for Jaren, right? But and if it means Edey play on that, I'm kind of on the side of Edey can get minutes against the good teams on that second unit and let Brandon and Jaren do it.
Yeah.
Right. And if it won't hold up, it won't hold up. But like let Brandon and Jaren do it. I mean, they've got a good connection. They communicate well together. Jaren ends up playing a little more center. Brandon ends up playing a little more power forward, right, as they switch ends. And the Edey thing, it's like, bro, you need, if you're going to get him engaged, you're going to have him get some touches. And, I mean, there's just no touches available. There's no touches available. And I said, what I was going to say is they've used it for Jaren more because you've seen Jaren take the first shot of the game a lot. That whole get him engaged thing. Yep. And I've talked about it many times on the air about how Tayshaun Prince, told me years ago about the Larry Brown trick, which was at the beginning of the games, they would, no matter what happened, the first possession of the game, they threw the ball to Ben Wallace. And he could do
a
whatever.
Step back. You can do a step back, spin move, whatever you want to do.
Name it. And in fact, he told me, I want to say it's game 4 or game 5. Maybe it's game 5. I think they won 5. I think they won 4-1 against the Lakers that year that they pounded the Kobe Shaq Lakers. And he's like, if you ever go back, and I did at one point, he's like, if you ever go back and watch on YouTube, he's like, the first possession game, watch what I say. He said the first possession game, we throw it into Ben Wallace, and Ben Wallace like pulls up for a jumper and buries it. He goes, the roof came off at Auburn Hills. Like, it was absolute pandemonium, and he was like, oh, we got this. Right? Ben Wallace pulled up from whatever, how many ever feet it was, and buried it. But the whole concept was Ben Wallace is going to do all the shit you need done for the rest of the game. He got his, you know what I mean? He got his hands on the ball. He got to feel a part of this, right? And it's like Zach Edey taking 1 3-point shot is like, bro, you need him to rebound. You need him to keep guys off the offensive glass. You need him to rim protect. Like, there's a lot of stuff you're going to be asking him to do, playing his role. Like, you got to feed him some.
Yeah, you got to give me some. If I'm running all these sprints at 7'5", you got to give me a carrot, bro.
You're going to ask me to step out on screens and do all this stuff. Yeah, you got to give me the ball.
I ain't going to just be running these LA Fitness wind sprints all night, bro. Let me touch the ball, bro.
I'd say this. That I think we're super frustrated today, as the case would be in a loss.
Yeah,
and
I was mad.
And honestly, it is it's like it's come to a head because obviously you've lost 3 out of 4, but beyond that, it is the inability to be able to compete with the teams that you're going to have to be able to compete with in the playoffs. I'm going to say this on the Houston front, they don't have enough offense. When it comes playoff time, defense, and this is true of the Grizzlies too, okay? So keep in mind, I'm not trying to bag on them and get us off the hook. You got to watch these teams through the prism of if the other team game plans against you, are your other guys going to be able to step up, right? Because somebody is honing in just on you and being able to stop you. And their defense is championship caliber. Their offense is not like win playoff series caliber. And again, I'm not dissolving the Grizzlies either. It's one of the questions that we thought about when we watched. It was the impressive thing about what happened with Cleveland, and it's the question that people will have regarding Oklahoma City, which isn't a fair question necessarily to ask until they get Holmgren back. But that is what's going to happen when somebody decides, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you don't get to do this, right? You don't get to do this. Are the other guys, are the Chets and the Jalen's going to be able to get you home? Because that's the way this goes, right? And that's why it was so upsetting, too. It's like, okay, Jaren was fine last night, but, like, you can't have a world where you're playing a good team. You start Desmond Bane and he doesn't shoot.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what are you there for?
What?
What are you out there for, bro?
Can you imagine if I watched Oklahoma City the other night and Jalen Williams just was 0 for 0? I'd be like, what is going on? What is going on? That can't be. Yeah. And so, obviously, hopefully, look, they got a big 4-game road trip ahead of them.
Huge.
Big one. Big one. Big one. Big one.
We found out real quick.
You said, to your point on their offense, that Van Vliet shot that he made that made it 117-114, that's Houston's only field goal in the final 4 minutes of the game.
Bro,
it's
they
the only
scored
shot from the field they made.
Well, Roser, they scored 18 in the whole game.
Right. That's the only shot. That's the only shot that either team made in the final 3 minutes, but it's the only shot the Rockets made in the final 4 minutes of the game.
18 points is abysmal, and you should have made them pay for that.
Absolutely.
Yep. You should have won that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
You give up 18 in the fourth, you have to win. You have to win. End of story.
By the way, I don't know. I talked about this on the post game, and I don't know if you, because you and I both knowing Chris Wallace, because had him in the studio for years and years of talking to him about players and philosophies on players and drafting. You can see his handprints on this team. They are athletic, man.
They're athletic.
He had tons of missed draft picks here, but some of the guys he drafted, Tony Roten, freak athlete. Wade Baldwin, freak athlete. Jarrell Martin, athlete. Jamal Franklin, athlete.
No, he was a believer in the athlete.
But he's a believer in get the athlete.
Now he got a bunch of them in Houston. He got
and
none of them can make a free throw.
They can't make a free throw or a jumper, but they can fly up and down the court, boy.
Şengün was so bad at the line last night.
That was bizarre.
He's a 75% free throw shooter, and he went 7 of 15.
Like, they tried to give you the game, bro. They wanted you to have the game.
Dude, if they make anything from the free throw line, they would have beaten us by double digits.
Oh, for sure.
But we didn't shoot well from the line. We were 21 of 30.
And look, and let me just say this, as I always say, whether it's Taylor Jenkins getting killed, whether it's Desmond Bain didn't shoot, whether it's whatever, look, as we always say, because we've been through these seasons for 20-plus years, you're one game away.
One game away.
You beat Minnesota on Saturday, and
you are one game away from everybody being back on board. Hope springs eternal. You know, everybody always says never get too high, too low. We are always going to get too high. We are always going to get too low. We're not in the locker room. That does not apply to us. The fans will get too high. The fans will get too low. We are emblematic of that, and you're always one game away. If they could look amazing tomorrow night, and we're fine.
You hoop in Minnesota, bro, and look, we all.
But this is getting super annoying.
It is.
I need you to hoop in Minnesota and hoop in Houston.
And by the way, a Minnesota team that's won 3 in a row now.
Yeah.
So
ever since Ant said he doesn't like passing.
Yeah, they lost that Pistons game, and then they've won 3 straight since that Pistons game when he scored.
By the way, shout out to Anthony Black with the unbelievable midair turtle.
He did.
You're not getting my face on this post.
Nope, not happening.
Ant said he wanted to react, but he saw him smiling, so he said I couldn't even yell at him. He turtled and smiled at the same time. He knew what was happening.
Amazing.
So, shout out to you, bro. But no, you beat Minnesota. Because you want to beat Houston, bro. You can't go 0 for 3 against Houston, bro. Like, 1, because it's Dylan. 2, because it's a peer. You can't go 0 for 3 against Houston, bro. You can't.
And they need Morant, Bain, and Jackson in the lineup on regular occasion these last 40 games. You have to.
Yeah. You need to build that time together.
You've played out the first half of the season. You got to get the reps, especially in a new offense.
Against good teams.
Yeah, against good teams.
Because you can beat up on the Charlottes and the Washingtons.
Those are. It doesn't.
You can beat up on them running the offense, but I need you to be able to do this against the Rockets and the Thunder and the Lakers.
Well, and the other thing is our numbers are all screwed up. They're all screwed up because you won by 51 of the games. You won by 41 of the games. I mean, those are worth just those 2 wins. Those are worth 9 double-digit victories.
Jeez.
In your numbers. You know what I'm saying? If you win 2 games by a combined 90 points,
it
screws up all the numbers for everything else. So it gives you a false sense of where you actually are within the context of, and especially with when it matters against good teams in crunch time. You know, hey, your buddy Sean Coleman, Roser.
Oh,
Hey,
I
Ja.
love Sean Coleman.
Hey,
The
y'all.
GOAT.
Hey, Ja. He had some, pretty disgusting numbers about crunch time.
He did.
that he
I
posted earlier.
retweeted
I was like-
those. He did.
I
He's
was
got
like,
some.
yeah.
They're
What our boy Sean Coleman talking about?
There it is.
11 clutch games versus West opponents this year. The Grizzlies are 3-8. They have a minus 22 point differential, which is last in the NBA in clutch scenarios against the Western Conference. They are 2 for 21 from 3 in these clutch scenarios in those 11 games. The opponents are 12 of 28.
Okay, so that goes to what we were talking about. You got to get the reps, bro.
Yeah.
You got to have your go-tos. Time for a bucket. Time for a bucket.
Yeah.
You know? Because obviously it's been an issue.
Yeah. Because, like what you said, against the bad team, you could throw the ball away. You can miss these buckets, and it don't matter because you can make up for it.
Right. Well, and even some of these other good teams that you've gotten wins against, you haven't played them in that clutch situation. You've been up big.
Yeah.
You've
Except
been up
Boston. Boston was kind of nitty-gritty.
But we know very well, again, our hopes are not being a good regular season team anymore.
Oh, no.
Right.
Them days are over with, bro. We're trying to win the playoffs.
But that's what we look like right now, a good regular season team.
Yeah.
We've been around this long enough to know there's a difference between a good regular season team and a good playoff team. And they don't look like a good playoff team, and that's why. Because when you play against the good teams, you've even been in these nip-tuck games, and it's like James Harden got it done in the nip-tuck game against the Clippers. Spencer Dinwiddie knocked down big shots in the nip-tuck game against Dallas. I mean, we could go through them, but, we can remember a lot of them. And then last night, obviously, Van Vliet hits that one shot. But, look, it's the same reason that we are a little, I don't want to say dismissive, but I would, Houston's going to go into the playoffs, be a really hard team to play against, but then take their lumps because they're offensively not there. A lot like very last year's Orlando.
Yes.
Right?
Sure, for sure.
Like the lack of offense is going to rear its head, but the defense is just so damn good that it's still a bitch to deal with.
I'll tell you, we have 5 wins of 25 points or more this season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we've got another win of 24 points, and we got another one of 23 points. So
it just destroys your numbers.
Yeah. It skews your numbers big
Like you
time.
said, bro, I want to see it against a good team. Do it on Saturday. We'll talk about it. I guess, Vernon, I don't know if you were gone when I said it. I literally, you know how I am. I'm usually optimistic, happy, we'll be all right. Bro, I stood there, bro. I stood there in that. What section are you? Was it 114, 113? At the radio ledge. I stood there, and I was pissed. I did not move. Like a fan was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, bro. I'm mad." And I'm usually the one to be like, "Hey guys, we'll be okay." But no, bro, it was not fun.
Not fun. All right, we got to talk some football because we got the college football playoff going on again tonight. He's got his Ohio State stuff. I've got Bevo. So we got those games. We got that game going on tonight. And then we got Lamar Jackson's legacy on the line this weekend.
It's a legacy game.
Hey, you ain't lying, bro.
We're about to give the guy another MVP, it looks like.
He got first-team All-Pro. That says he's probably going to win MVP.
Yeah, that's going to be another MVP. We got to get some playoff success to go along with that. He has more MVPs than playoff wins. So anyway, look, we're going to get to that, and we're going to get to the other NFL games as well as that college game that's going on tonight. We'll take a quick break, be back into this. Chris Vernon.
Grizz Nation, get set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
This team is doing everything that Taylor Jenkins and his coaching staff envisioned it could do.
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
When's the last time you guys played a little one-on-one? It was, I don't even know, like maybe last summer, and there's some footage out there that doesn't want to be released. Like he claims he took it easy on me, but I always beat him.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance, to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
How about them
How
Tigers?
about
Go
the Tigers?
Go.
Beat Tulane in a game that nobody called. Nobody thought was going to happen. They were a 2-touchdown underdog, and they got the win.
Number 25 in the AP right now, number 24 in the coaches poll right now. So this is a Tigers football team that's going to end the regular season ranked in both major polls, possibly ranked in the CFP as well, with 10 wins. That's a damn good season.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizz Nation, it's time to send Ja, Sharon, and Dez to the 2025 All-Star Game.
Oh! What did we just see, partner? Take three! Take three!
Bain for three. Bingo! about Desmond Bain. Heating it up. Blocked by Jaron.
Most versatile power forward in the game today.
Head to NBA.com/vote, the NBA app, or simply use the QR code on the screen to send your Grizzlies to the All-Star game today.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Throwing dead presidents. Look alive. Party is the evidence. It's a vibe. Celebrating excellence. We survive.
2K. Tell them about it, Roser. This is a perfect 2K day, Devin.
Oh, yeah, and y'all are my true hoop fans.
Yeah.
That's why Devin was so upset after the game last night. He's a true hoop fan. He loves NBA 2K. He loves the Grizzlies. And it's time to dominate on the court like never before with NBA 2K25. Create your legacy in my career. Craft your dream lineup in my team, or hop into the rec and run it back with your friends. Head to NBA2K.com now to secure your copy. This is Jason Tatum on the cover. Hey, that's actually a good team the Grizzlies have beaten this year. We did beat the world champion Boston Celtics.
Hey.
Ball over everything.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you something. Brandon Jennings ain't buying that copy.
Nah, for sure.
No, he's not.
Hey, so speaking of 2K, if anybody wants to smoke today, like you said, Vernon, today is a perfect 2K day.
Oh, I may pick up the sticks.
As soon as the laptop is closed after the show, we are firing up that PS5. So if any listeners want to smoke today, free smoke. We got you.
Hey, you know what I may have to do? And this is, you guys are going to laugh at this. So I have gotten, as I've told you many times, I'm very susceptible to the Instagram ad. And so at one point, I had gotten like all that, like, well, we got breaking news.
We do. We got breaking Grizzlies news. Oh, the Grizzlies have waived Colin Castleton, and they are signing to a two-way deal Zion Pullen to a 2-year, two-way contract. He's averaging 24.8 points per game, 7.7 assists, and 6.7 rebounds in his last 6 games with Sioux Falls.
I will remember you. You remember me.
And Jenna can't be upset because Pullen, also a Florida guy. Oh, come on.
Damn.
Oh, come on. Zion Pullen's also a Florida guy. The Castleton's a Florida guy. He's gone. They bring in another Florida guy.
Yeah, look, Castleton was a for sure Lakers heat check. We got Jay Huff. We got Scottie Pippen Jr. Who else do they have? Let's go try him.
By the way, he spells Zion in the most freaky way possible, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't spell it Z-I-O-N. He spells it Z-Y-O-N. He actually played against the Grizzlies this year, by the way. Fun fact.
For who?
Rosa, what was this? What was this feeder team?
He was with Miami. Miami is their feeder team.
He played against the Grizzlies in the 2024-2025 preseason. 18 minutes.
Oh, the preseason. Okay.
6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists.
Wow.
His G League averages, he shoots for the full season. Well, in the 6 games since they restarted the season, 25 points per game. He's shooting 53.5 from the field, 42.4 from 3 on 5.5 attempts a game.
Let's just say, great team to pull projects from.
Mm-hmm.
Great team to pull projects from.
Yeah.
How many? Their success rate is crazy. With guys, look, I just watched Max Strus the other night play big time for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was a success story for them. Obviously, Duncan Robinson makes $90 million. He was a success story. I mean, you can go on and on. They've had a bunch of them. They have had a bunch of them that have been Highsmith and all manner of guys that have come through that Heat organization. So you can do a lot worse than snatching somebody that they evaluated and tried to develop.
He's 6'4", 200 pounds, basically a 6'5", 6'6" wingspan, 34-inch vert.
Okay, what was I saying before you so rudely interrupted me?
You were talking about 2K.
Instagram. So I bought this like cookware, whatever. So then you get on the cookware algorithm, right? And they're like, oh, this guy likes cookware and knives and stuff. So that's what we'll send him advertisements for, right? Oh, they got me. They got me. And it arrived yesterday, so it's perfect for the snow day. Guess what I'm going to be trying to do today? I bought off of Instagram an indoor, what is it called? Like a skillet? You know what I mean? Like one of those.
You bought a skillet?
No, like one of those flat pans.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Over your like a skillet, like you would see it like a flat pan.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you would see at a restaurant with the smash burger thing.
Oh, a flat top. You got a flat top.
Yeah.
So okay, you got a flat top. Yeah.
So then you can make like
a griddle
like this,
or whatever.
Yeah, like a griddle. That's right.
Yeah.
And you can make those like
you make smash burgers. Yeah.
They're like, do you want to? And so it came with like the metal thing where you can like press it all the way down and make these smash burgers. Yeah. I mean, I feel really washed up even talking about that, but I did.
No, that's awesome.
I bought it off of Instagram. I was like,
I want a griddle so bad. Yeah.
I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And so it came. I forgot I had bought it. It came in the mail yesterday. My wife's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Forget it."
You should make smash burgers tonight.
No, my daughter was like, "Are you gonna make those? Are we gonna eat them for lunch?" I was like, "I got a show to do. I got to work.
I gotta go talk for 2 hours.
Go play in the snow.
Maybe dinner." Maybe for dinner. But yeah, no, I did. I bought one of those things. It was like it's like one of those griddles with the smasher that goes down. So I think that's what's gonna be for our snow day today. I think I'm gonna make smash burgers.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, football. Go ahead. M&M's?
Yeah, I was just showing y'all got M&M's.
So they sponsor? Okay.
Oh, damn. Oh, well, shout out. They're not a sponsor either, but shout out to that Shell station up the street. They were open this morning and had the full breakfast going this morning.
How bad were the roads when you tried to drive them?
Downtown this morning, I mean, it was like 7:30. So, I mean, like downtown, they were all bad this
Treacherous?
morning. I have heard, Bennett told me, because Bennett came from East Memphis, he said like Poplar, Union, he said they're fine. He said you can drive on them.
But he also has 4-wheel drive, bro.
Yeah, but he said there's like the city said they were preparing for this and how they changed how they were going to do things, and basically the main roads they were going to make sure that they would be drivable. It's not like all 3 lanes on Union are like perfect and nothing's on them, but like there's a lane there going both ways
drivable.
that you can drive on. Yeah,
gotcha.
But the side streets, like as usual, are horrible.
Okay, so I'm just gonna lay this out here, courtesy of Bevo, that we've been talking about this for weeks, and after Notre Dame did what they did, and everybody could try to poke holes in it all they want, but after Notre Dame did what they did against Georgia, I said, maybe we should have paid attention to that Sagarin thing. He tried to tell us who the best teams were, and it told us that Notre Dame should be up there and that they are rightful in their position that they are in. And then they beat Georgia, and we came on the air the next day, and I said, look, we all liked Georgia a week ago. We all liked them. And then that happened. And then obviously you saw them move on with their win against Penn State last night. Just a devastating deal for me. I was bragging to Roser that last night, after that game started, I watched the first part of it. I live bet under 38.5.
Ooh.
Oh, it was great, though. It was like
perfect
10-3, and I was like, oh, this is
It was amazing until the fourth quarter.
And then
that cracking.
Oh, my God, did it ever. And Drew Aller obviously throws a pick that no one will ever forget. I mean,
you got one thing you don't do, bro. That's the only thing you're not supposed to do.
Well, and Greg McElroy's
the Greg McElroy.
unfortunate Drew Aller, I'm aggressive, and I would put it in his hands. And this is a guy that showed you he's not going to put the ball in harm's way and whatever. It's like, oh, my God, no. Yeah. It was like it was reminiscent of the Favre's Vikings one years ago against the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
And the announcer goes crazy during,
yeah.
That's what it was like last night. And obviously Notre Dame is able to come away with the victory. But anyway, the point was those Sagarin ratings were telling us. And so we've been talking about how you could typically figure out the point spread from those. And I've said since we knew this was the matchup, I'm like, the number is off. Like almost always. And maybe it's going to be off for good reason. Maybe this is going to be like Joe Burrow LSU which is a team we saw, and it didn't matter what the numbers said. Like, they just kicked your ass, right? Like, they went into a different gear and then just mowed people down. That I am totally leaving that as available for Ohio State. But I will say, just as a number thing, that's been telling us, and I said these numbers almost always coincide, right? You look at that computer number and what that predictor rating is on a neutral, and then you look at the game, and you're going to be able to figure out the point spread. And all along the way, we said this should be about 3. And this has been at 6.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, look, Texas won in overtime, gave up 500 yards. You could make a great argument should have lost to Arizona State. On the other hand, Ohio State has absolutely just bombed out Tennessee and Oregon back-to-back. And so it is like this is one of those perfect, like, analytics moments where it's like, here's how you feel, here's what the numbers tell you. And I think maybe, look, I might lose, but I'm going to take Texas in the points tonight because the same, and watch me get burned, but I'm just talking this through. Last week, I disregarded what the number told me and went with how I felt. I don't care what the number says. I don't care that number says that, that Notre Dame is better than what I think they are. Georgia's Georgia. And Kirby Smart doesn't lose to teams not named Alabama. If he does, it's an extreme rarity. And it's still Georgia, bro. And that number was telling me it's not. Right? Mm-hmm. But I just disregarded it. And in this one, I saw what y'all saw. Texas has not looked like world beaters. Ohio State has absolutely looked like world beaters. But the number just
it's a number thing. Up. You're just going to go with it.
I'm gonna lean on the veteran quarterback thing. Like, I think Will Howard's played 18 years of college football.
Quinn Ewers is no spring chicken.
But he's probably like a foot out the door kind of guy. Like, I know what my next move kind of is. So, like,
he may be at Ohio State next year.
What
I saw last night, I saw Drew Allen screw something up so bad.
I know. You think we get a little Arch Manning sighting tonight? I would not be surprised if that's
dude, Sark knows they look like crap, and now they're going to play the underdog. I guarantee you Sark's going to have stuff ready to go.
It's a wrinkle.
Absolutely will, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wrinkle.
Get him ready for next year. Yeah, I'm going to go talent, quarterback, talent, Ohio State, baby.
As I told you, I think Ohio State should be favored. I'm going to take the 6, and I'm going to root for Texas tonight. That being said, if Ohio State mauled them, I mean, you're gonna be able to knock me over with a feather. I mean, come on.
Rosa, are you finally back on the Buckeye side, Rosa?
I think it's one of those. This is a situation like Ohio State had the $20 million roster. They have the most talented roster in the country. We've been waiting for them to play like this all year, and they're finally playing like it. I think I would feel dumb if I took Texas and Ohio State beat the crap out of them. I would feel dumb. I'd be like, I should know. Like, I should have known. So to me, you take Ohio State. No. I won't feel stupid taking Ohio State.
I think
I'm just taking the number.
It'll be funny the way I think.
It'll be fun.
Be fun either way. The points, like touchdowns, points, it'll be fun either way.
Yeah, I think the game's going to be awesome. I do like the over. I'm with that. Brian Edwards, I know you like the over too, Chris. Like that. I think the over. I think both teams can score.
I'm excited to settle in and watch that. All right, let's hit these NFL games because we do have a full NFL slate with all of the games going on this weekend. We have, starting tomorrow, the 2:30 game is Texans-Chargers. I have no strong opinion on this. Do either of you?
I would take the Chargers.
I think
not a strong opinion. I don't, dude. The Texans, I don't think they're very good, and I don't feel like they've gotten better. It just
I feel bad for Stroud losing all his weapons.
He's lost a lot of his weapons. Tank Dell's gone. Their offensive line's not been good. Like, and horrible. Like, playoff football. Jim Harbaugh, he'll get it.
If I was to make a pick, though, I'll pick the Texans, though. I'm sorry.
But I mean, look, they're +3, and if I told you right now, that the Chargers will win 17-16, you would agree with me.
I wouldn't take the points. I would not lay. I would not lay the points. But yeah,
but doesn't that seem like an exact score that could take place in this game?
Or 16-15.
Yeah, or 18-17.
Yeah, there's gonna be
football game.
Yeah.
I mean, the over/under of that game is 42.
Man.
So I mean, you're talking about it, and what did we say? The line is 3.
3, yes, 3.
Okay, so then the projected score. Let's do the quick math on this. If it's 42 and the number is 3, what does that put us at? That would put us at San Diego. God.
LA.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. LA. Jeez Louise. What does that give us in terms of a score?
You said 43? 20?
42.
22-20?
Yeah, so like 22-19 or something.
Thereabouts.
22-19 is your basically implied.
Yep.
Jeez, that's ugly. That's ugly too. Second game, Ravens-Steelers. No Zay Flowers.
But you got number 8 though. We ain't worried.
Not even you would lay the 10.
No. Even I saw that 10 and I was like, that's a crazy number to put on a playoff game.
Okay.
A divisional playoff game too. But
so that's
doesn't that freak you out?
No, that is exactly that's exactly what I was saying, Roser. Yeah. It's like, how many times have we lived by the Vinny Verno credo? If it doesn't make sense, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Everybody is sitting there saying the same thing we are, which is, what? Division rival? Like, why is this 10? And then we watch it and we go, oh, that's why it was 10.
Yeah, the Ravens end up winning like 31-6, and it's like, oh,
right?
Okay, well, that's why. Yeah, there it was.
And I think it's at the bank too. It's at the bank.
Yep.
If Lamar don't try to be Patrick Mahomes, bro. I think also too, I will say one thing, since that bye week, remember that bye week where Lamar had his mom go off on him? 4-0 since that bye week, by the way. 4-0 since mom snapped on him. So give me LJ8 to get the dub, bro.
All right, I know you're a Lamar fan. I know you love him, but like as we talked about earlier this week, not the matchup. I mean, you would so much rather see somebody different than somebody that has. I mean, just the familiarity thing is just awful.
Hey, I think Mike Tomlin, he's reached his win threshold for the year. I think so. I'm praying to God.
That's certainly possible.
And hopefully, the Ravens run the ball. Sometimes they get into this and it's like, bro, just Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, just run the ball.
Dude, they did it last year in that AFC Championship game. The Ravens only ran the ball in that AFC title game 16 times. I was looking at it yesterday. They ran the ball 16 times. Do you know? No, this is how crazy it was. Last season, the Ravens, they had per game, they averaged 32 rushes a game. And in that AFC title game, they only ran the ball 16 times. Like,
crazy. And now you have Derrick Henry. So I mean,
now you got no excuses to not run it now.
Yeah. If you don't feel like running Gus Edwards 100 times, okay. But like, till the wheels fall off with Henry, because the dam breaks at some point. In the fourth quarter, he breaks off that 46-yard run
to win the game. Yes, win the game.
Yep. Then we move to Sunday. Yeah, I think Ravens should be able to win. I would never take 10, but God bless. Do not show up Monday if they lose.
Oh no, dude. This is the year where it looks like Lamar. Yes, you win the MVP. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you had a great year, but like, I can't walk around y'all two with Lamar with losing the first round of the playoffs.
I mean, especially he can get as many playoff wins, or he can surpass Dak Prescott.
It's his second playoff win. Oh man!
All right, Bills Broncos. This is the one when you asked me yesterday and fill in the blank. The outcome I would be most surprised by. The outcome I'd be most surprised by, it would be the Broncos winning. Certainly, the Broncos beating the Bills handily would be by far That would be the most shocked I could be by anything that took place this weekend. I don't want to say Broncos should just be happy to be there, but they should just be happy to be there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
it's year 2 of Peyton, and they're doing it with a rookie quarterback.
Right.
This is awesome, though, to get to see Bo Nix. What if Bo Nix does show up and play awesome?
That'd be wild, man.
It'd be wild.
Wild.
I mean, he is 27.
It is cool. We do have 2 rookie quarterbacks in the playoffs this year.
He's 27, Rosie.
Yeah, he is
He's a real
27.
vet.
He's older than Lamar, actually.
Exactly. He's older than Lamar Jackson, bro.
He actually played against the Bills in the early 90s before he went back to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we expect the Bills to be able to move on. I mean, I would be really shocked if the Bills didn't handle them rather easily. But you never know. It is Sean Payton, and it is a game that everybody thinks one thing's going to happen. And we know in the NFL, many times when we think one thing's going to happen, the other does. Eagles-Packers, this is the one I'm going to be rooting for the hardest. I will be wearing – I don't have any Packers gear, but I'll be rooting for the Packers.
You could have borrowed some from Hasseltine or Pranica.
Yeah, last year – boy, this could be a banner weekend for our boy Pranica after his Notre Dame Fighting Irish got in the national title game in that manner last night. And then if his Packers go on the road and beat the Eagles.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I want the Eagles to lose so bad. Obviously, the Packers walked into Dallas last year and absolutely destroyed my team. So keep that same energy this year. Keep that same energy.
Hey, lock in, man.
The problem is they don't have Aaron Jones this year, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones ran all over us. I mean, he was a problem.
I got Josh Jenkins. He's still scoring touchdowns against my team.
Yeah, and they lost Christian Watson. But, yeah, Josh Jacobs has been great. So maybe Jordan Love can have a big one. I mean,
watch out for the tight end. I think we could have a tight end game here. We have a tight end game with Goddard and was it Kraft for the Packers? That Kraft guy's good.
And Kraft.
I'm going to be all over the Packers. I want them to win so badly.
This man here.
I can't have the Eagles being good.
Tucker Kraft. That is such a tight end name.
That is a tight end name. Like old boy that played for Penn State last night.
This is the way it goes, though. When your team loses, you want other teams that you don't like to be miserable, and so now you just have to turn your attention to them losing. I'm done rooting for my team. Now I just have to root for people to lose. So go Packers.
Well, as someone who despises the Kansas City Chiefs, it doesn't really work out for me. Rooting for them to lose. It's a terrible experience. Go Ravens, go Bills. Just beat them, please. Beat them.
Yeah, we got Bucks Commanders. This one is going to be fun. We get a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. You get a fun quarterback in Baker Mayfield. And I have no idea what could take place in this game. Not to mention, they're saying that this is the whole you got the Mike Evans showdown because the corner's going to be back.
And we get Sunday Night Football.
Huh?
And it's Sunday Night Football. That's
Who's
Sunday night.
Who's the corner for the Commanders?
Oh, yeah. It is. Is it Lattimore?
Marshawn Lattimore's back. Yeah. He's back.
And those guys are going to fist fight each other, they say.
Yeah, they used to fight all the time when he played for the Saints, didn't it?
Yeah, so they're saying they're going to fist fight.
I'm with it.
So that's good.
I'm with it.
Yeah, and then we got and then we'll cover Monday night on Monday night with the Vikings and the Rams. But
from Arizona. From Arizona.
Which if you could only sit down in front of one, I guess Packers Eagles, right?
Yeah, Packers Eagles.
Even Steelers, bro. Come on now.
No, come on. That's not the best game.
Packers Eagles is the game.
As far as my personal rooting interest, for my well-being and my sanity, I need the Ravens to win.
Oh my god!
Because if not, I will hear for the rest of my life.
Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No, I'm actually like really
because if the Grizzlies beat the T-Wolves that night, you'll be good.
No. If Lamar falls on his face, Roser.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a tough.
If he doesn't perform in the playoffs again and wins a third MVP,
yeah, we can't do that. He can't show up to the
that's unheard of. Yeah. It's unheard of to be that kind of award, and then that's like, I mean, it's like even like.
Yeah, he can't.
So there's the thing. So CJ tried to do this with me yesterday, saying, "Well, Lamar's thing is he's lost to Patrick Mahomes, and that's the same thing with Josh Allen." I was like, dude, Josh Allen in the playoffs has 21 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Lamar Jackson has 6 and 6. Like there's
Lamar can't be the Charles Barkley of this football era, bro. I can't have this happen. He can't be the Charles Barkley of the era, bro. Lamar got to get it done.
Yeah.
Lamar is 2-4 in the playoffs, and just as you mentioned with CJ, he lost to Patrick Mahomes. The games he has played against, these are the playoff starts. The Chargers, the Titans, the Bills, the Texans, the Chiefs. So one game was against the Chiefs.
Yeah, one game was against Mahomes.
The AFC title game last year.
Right.
Yeah. I would say for that AFC title game last year, Zay Flowers freaking fumbled the ball at the goal line. Like, dude.
He's not playing, thank God.
Yeah.
But we gotta beat these allegations, bro. Lamar, like my whole 365 days of banking on this is banking on Saturday.
It'll be fun to watch. I won't root for the Steelers.
Thank you.
I won't.
But if they lose, I know my phone gonna be on fire.
But I am gonna root for Calvin Austin.
Oh my God.
Well, you spent the whole year crapping on my team, so
I spent my whole 31-year life crapping on the Cowboys. But no, I'm ready. What time's the game? Is it the early game or late game?
Middle.
The middle game.
Mid.
You're talking about the Steeler game?
No, okay, 7 o'clock. Same time as the Grizzly game.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Chargers Texans is 3:30. Yeah.
Okay. Same time.
3:30 and 7.
Sunday's fun, man. We got 3 straight games. Sunday's fun. We got a full day of it.
It's gonna be a great weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Tigers play tomorrow too.
And we do have the Tigers tomorrow against East Carolina.
Which that game's going to happen. ECU, I guess, got here early. They flew in early or drove in or whatever they do. Yeah, they got here early.
You don't drive. That's forever.
I didn't know it's ECU. I didn't know. I don't know what their financial situation is. I don't know if they bus places or not.
Bus?
I don't know.
Come on.
This is not 1983, bro.
They took a train or something. I don't know.
No,
the Pirates, they come in on ship.
They're coming. They're here. And look, in between now we got tonight where we've got the college football playoff game, and then we've got all NFL, and then we got the Grizzlies and basketball and the Tigers on tomorrow, and then we got games all Sunday. It's gonna be unbelievable. Hey, I don't mind being snowed in.
No, I'm good.
If you were ever gonna be snowed in,
it's a great weekend.
All my kids' games have been canceled.
Hey,
I know.
Hey, by the way, Roser.
All I want to do is sit in front of the TV.
Watch sports. Roser, you gotta watch sports this weekend.
That's a given now.
No fine dining this weekend. You get to watch sports.
No fine dining, Roser.
I told you.
I told you.
I told you the choice was the other night.
Hey. You don't need to tell us.
Yeah,
you need to tell her. Put your
foot
down, bro.
You remember the night
down, bro?
No, you remember the nights I had? I could have chosen it was either Wednesday night or Friday night to go to dinner. And I chose Wednesday night because I didn't want to miss the college football playoff. Hindsight's 2020, but I should have chosen Friday night because we would have had to cancel it anyway, and I would have gotten to see both.
Exactly. Put your foot down, Roser.
Wait, why did my thing go off?
I have no idea.
Roser did it.
Video went off. You can't get rid of me. I get rid of you.
I don't know how to turn your video off. You did
can't
it.
Get rid of me. I get rid of you. All right, everybody have an unbelievable weekend. Thank you to Jacob back in the studio. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roser on the other side of the glass. Until Monday, we gone.